Oh yeah, that is so much better. Ha ha.
Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Zach. I'm a retired soldier that got back into motorcycling after 25 years out of the saddle. And today, I got something new for the bike that I've been wanting for a long time. I have seriously had this in my cart on J&P Cycles for a year and haven't pulled the trigger. They were running a sale and I got a big discount on it. I went ahead and got it. What I get? The Pera Maverick Daddy Long Leg seat. I'm really stoked about this. I'm still riding the stock seat on Betty for a year and a half now, over a year and a half. As you can see, when I'm sitting on it, I sit way back. For reference, I'm 6'3", right? So I ride with just the stock seat, the passenger pillion off, and my buttocks actually hang over the seat a little bit. If I really get on the throttle, not that I've got enough torque to throw me off the back, but there's nothing back there, right? Long term, it gets a little uncomfortable. So I was looking at a lot of different options, and I had it down to two. I was looking at this one or the Saddleman Explorer style seat. And then the other day, I was at Savannah Harley Davidson looking at used bikes. They had a Heritage with a Saddleman Explorer seat, just like I was looking for, and I sat on it. I was like, yep, this is definitely not it. I'm glad I didn't order it. They do make an extended reach seat, but I didn't want to have to custom order it. They had this in stock at J&P Cycles. And this is the one I was leaning towards anyway. It was just a little more expensive, but I got a hell of a deal on it. So let's take a look at them, compare the stock seats, and we'll go outside, compare the riding position as well. Oh, by the way, new design here, Freedom Rider, just in time for July 4th. It is brand new, just hit the website today. If you like the shirt, please check it out. dmzapparel.com, link is in the description. 100% veteran owned, 100% American grown, printed right here. So it is pretty heavy. I mean, this doesn't have the passenger pillion, but this is pretty heavy, but man, it feels solid. It really, like I know that's probably not going to come across just me telling you and showing some shots of it, but it just feels good. It feels high quality. Stitching looks great. The material feels incredible. This is a high density one-piece molded foam core. Supposedly it takes about 1,000 miles to break in. The pan is steel, riveted, felt lined. Compared to the stock seat, one, I've just never been a fan of the studs. You can tell it's just not as thick on the padding. And it's a plastic pan. Stapled plastic. Riveted steel. Lots of felt. And I'm telling you, man, this material feels so good. And made in USA. So again, I'm 6'3", and this is one of the problems I had with this seat. So knees are up a little bit high, but again, I'm 6'3". The biggest problem I had was my buttocks. Usually you're riding back here. I'm not in the saddle. I'm sitting up kind of high on it, almost on the bolts. I tried to put an aftermarket backrest on there one time, and that just wasn't happening because I was sitting up here like this. Not a good spot. So let's put a little Pera seat on and see what it feels like. It is really hot and humid here today, folks. I cannot stress that enough. Pouring sweat. All right, goes on easy, fits well, secure. Even the tongue on this thing is carpeted, has felt around it. Fits well, no gaps. Oh, that is so much better already. Oh, wow. I like it already. So it's dipped in just enough that I got a little bit of back support so my butt's not sliding off the seat, which I didn't have on the other one. I had to sit on the back of it. The daddy long leg seat sits you back 2 inches. And I can tell, I think I'm actually up a little bit, not down, which I didn't expect. I think I'm sitting up a little bit, which I like, but I'm definitely back about 2 inches. So this is riding position now. Yeah. I want to change out the bars too. In the meantime, I may just move these forward a little bit. That was something I needed to do anyway. I just haven't for various reasons. I just haven't. But yeah, let's get out and ride a little bit and see how it feels out on the road. And I'll check back in about 1,000 miles and we'll do a follow-up video on it. But I'm liking it already, for sure. Already liking it. Like that position much better. What do you guys think? Thinking about changing the bars? Well, I'm not thinking about it. I'm going to change the bars. I'm up for suggestions. Doesn't mean I'm going to listen, but I'm up for suggestions. What should I put on here? Ape hangers, meat hooks, T-bars. What do you think? As far as aesthetics go, I like it. I think it fits the bike really well. So yeah, I'm going to change out the handlebars as well, and I'm looking at some touring style saddlebags. Let's get out on the road. Hey, so one thing I noticed, it seems to me that the passenger pillion is much wider. Now, I usually don't have it on at all, so just to compare. And yeah, it actually is wider. So that may be good if you're riding with a passenger, but if you like the sleek look, not so much. Because that is definitely a lot wider than the fender.
All right, so already first impressions. Man, I like it. This is a big improvement. I feel like I have a proper seat. I don't feel like I'm going to slide off the back if I give it throttle. I feel like I'm in a more proper riding position. I definitely want to change the bars on the bars up here a little bit more. So there may be a break-in period to this, but I can tell you in just this short time, it's already more comfortable than the stock seat. We'll see over the next 1,000 miles or so. I'll try to get some longer trips in there. I want to get down to St. Augustine soon. If you watch Bob Nelson, he just took a trip to St. Augustine down A1A, and that's a really nice ride. I love it down there. I haven't been in a year, so if I can break away for a day, I'm gonna head down there. All right, so I'm putting the windshield back on. I've been riding without the windshield, but I wanted to see I wanted to see if it makes a difference in buffeting with sitting back a little bit, and I think I'm sitting up a little bit more, which is fine for me. I'm a little taller guy, but I wanted to see if it makes a difference with this stock windshield. Now I say this seat sets you back a couple of inches, but understand the way I was sitting on the stock seat, I was sitting pretty far back on that. I was not sitting in the saddle. I was sitting kind of on it, on the back of it. Now I'm properly seated in the saddle. Man, it feels so much better. Why did I wait a year and a half? All right, now let's see if we get some airflow. Yeah, I'm setting up higher. I got to adjust my mirrors a little bit. So honestly, I don't really feel a difference with that. Maybe a little bit, but minuscule, if any. Oh yeah, that is so much better. This seat added at least 10 horsepower. You guys remember David Leisure on the old Subaru commercials where he just said outlandish things during the ads, and they had like subtitles at the bottom of the screen saying, no it doesn't, he's lying. Alright folks, I think that's it. The Pera Maverick daddy long leg seat on my 2024 Heritage Softail. I like it a lot. I'll check back in and do a review around 1,000 miles. Got that idea from the Lando rider. Go check him out. Just did a review on his seat, 1,000 mile, different seat, but go check it out. He's on a road glide. If you like this kind of content, please consider hitting that thumbs up. Let the algorithm know I'm doing all right. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really does make a huge difference for a small channel. And if you're still here, I really appreciate you watching this all the way through. You guys take care, ride safe, and I will see you on the next one. Later.